Welcome to Sanyin Podcast. Today I'm joined by the amazing Mr. Nana Khemitee. He's a content creator, he's an artist, and he's with me here in Wuhan, China. Mr. Nana, you're welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so as I earlier said, we met randomly through one of your
Yeah.
works, and now you're a guest in my works. Um,
Cool.
So, who's Nana Khemitee? How would you describe yourself?
Um, I hate this question. So, Nana Khemitee is a young guy from Africa, West Africa to be precise, Ghana, um, who grew up in a family of music. So, I moved to China to further my education with like my bachelor's degree around 2014. So that's when I decided to take music serious and do it professionally. Even though I've been doing it for so long. Yeah. I am some people think I'm funny. Some people think I'm cool to hang out with. But I'm a very reserved person unless I want to open up to you. That's when you get to meet who I actually am. Um I would say I'm an introvert when I have to be, and I am an extrovert when I have to be. So depending on the situation that presents itself, that's what's going to determine who I need to be. Because I have so many characteristics, like I have so many characters in me that you know. Sometimes I'm the comedian, sometimes I'm the cool guy who is just observing, sometimes I'm the talkative, sometimes I'm just the quiet guy. Yeah. And I love to play basketball sometimes. I love sports. Now I'm a bit fat, so I can't really do a lot of sports. But before I could do like quite a number of sports. Um, what else? I think I'm just talking gibberish.
Ah,
Yeah, in all, I would just say that Nakemiti is just an amazing person.
okay.
Yeah,
You come from Ghana. I have very many friends from Ghana, and I would consider Ghana like my second home, since my
that's
best friend
nice.
comes from there. Uh, but I met you through content creation, I would
Yeah.
say, and you have this. I would say your YouTube channel. Let alone the music, we shall come to that later. Content
Okay.
creation and the music and the part that you do. Tell me about it, because I find it's more of just street life, like not street life like street, but just the life within us we hear in China.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Okay. So I just started creating content the day I met you. So like you guys are actually the first people I interviewed on my channel, right? So,
Yeah.
but unfortunately, with you, the sound didn't. I didn't turn on the microphone. So what happened was I've been wanting to like start a different YouTube channel, right, for a very long time because I'm friends. I'm a very good friend with Wadamaya, right? So I've been seeing him create content like coming up and everything. I saw him, and we met in person when you know he grew his channel to a certain extent. So content creation has been something I wanted to create for a very long time, but I just didn't know what to create. You get it? Because all the people around me that I saw, if they weren't doing story time, they were doing something like what am I traveling around to, and I didn't know if I wanted to travel, even though it's something that I would like to incorporate in my content creating someday. But I didn't feel like that was my niche, right? So I went home, then COVID happened. So there was this guy that I saw his YouTube channel, Campus with Shark Boy. And then what he was doing, I was like, damn, I can do this. This is something I will enjoy doing. So what he does is he goes to the universities in Ghana and then he interviews people, like asks them random questions, general knowledge, stuff like that. So I enjoyed watching his channel, right? And to date, I still watch his channel. I even told him, you know what, you're my inspiration. You're the reason why I started my YouTube channel. So, like, I was like, this is something I would enjoy doing, right? So I was like, you know what, let me just do it. But initially, I was like, people are gonna be like, oh, because your music career died, or because your music career is dead. That's what they think because I haven't dropped music in a very long time. But I know why I haven't dropped any music yet. So I didn't. I was like, okay, that's what people are gonna think. Probably because you don't have any music to put out there again. You just want to hop onto content creating or something. But I was like, you know what? Fuck it. So I just heard about the culture festival, and funny enough, I didn't plan on going there. But when I was leaving home, I just took the microphone I got and then I took my phone. So when I got there, I saw a whole lot of people. I was like, you know what? Start creating right now. So I just spoke to a friend, the guy that was taking the video. I was like, you know what? Help me take some videos. Let me see how it turns out. So after taking the video, I was actually contemplating if I should edit it and drop it or not. And then a friend told me, just put it out there. You never know. So I did a trailer. I put it out there, and people actually received it well. People loved it. They're like, "Oh, it's fun. Oh, it's good. This is nice." But there were a couple of discouragements here and there. But I'm someone that if just one person tells me, "Oh, I love it," I'm good because I
Yeah.
believe in just one person loving you than everyone pretending to love you, but they don't. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna put it out there. So after that, I just edited the video and then I started putting it out there. And funny enough, by God's grace, I always get people to interview, people to talk to, and I think it's been quite amazing. I'm enjoying it. And I got two people that actually helped me take my videos. Like they just love the channel. They go with me everywhere to shoot content. Shout out to Carla and Leah. So yeah, that's about my content creating journey.
So I want to ask, will you be available for the African Gala to make content? Because
Oh
I've
yeah,
seen
I'm
people
coming.
asking you.
I man, I'm about to order my suit. I'm pulling up. Yeah, because I feel like in Wuhan, right? Even though we have a lot of content creators here, but I've not seen anyone doing street interviews trying to get people's opinion on topics and stuff like that, right? So I think like it's something new, and this is not the first time I'm starting something new. So it's a nice feeling to start something, and then later on, hopefully, other people will hop on it to for us to build a community just like we did for music. So yeah, I'm pulling up.
Nice, nice, nice. Definitely, I want to take part this time, though. Again.
Yeah, I'm gonna interview you again. Don't worry. I have a special question for you.
So the next question I want to ask, judging from your content creation journey, what do you think are the things that we Africans here in China have to improve with our content? First, content creation. As you say, there are many doing this, and this, and this, but none has really gone so far mainstream. Maybe for except for your friend Wodamaya, but we here in
Yeah.
China,
No,
how does our
actually,
content?
I know another guy, Phil. Like we were in the same high school. He's also doing good. Like he
Hmm.
has the numbers. He pulled like 200K free views and all of that. And I think Mimi is doing good. And Sammy was in China before. I think she went back home. She has the numbers too. Who else? Yeah, I think so far. I know there are a lot of people out there, but there are people actually that are doing good in China. Like there are people. Like with content creating, everyone has what they are comfortable doing. You get it. There are. I always say that no matter what you do, there's someone that's going to enjoy what you do, right? So there are people that enjoy doing story time. They just do story time, and people love it. They have the numbers. I know people that travel around, like Phil, for instance, he travels across China, go to the villages and show people what they have in the village and stuff like that. And people love it. He's doing amazingly well. Um, Sammy had a mixture of content. Like she does story time, she goes out, she vlog, she does workout videos, And then Mimi also does a mixture of content, story time, vlogging. So there are people out there that actually, I think you just need to find what people will love or based on your personality, right? Like I said,
Mm,
people think I'm funny. I don't know how I am funny, but so far so good. The only issue I have is trying to get people to participate because I'm a bit shy. People don't know that. I'm quite a shy person. So like that's the only challenge I face. But aside that, I think it's okay. The numbers are picking up a little bit. So it doesn't matter what you do. I think everyone is doing good. They are doing amazing and they should just be consistent with what they're doing. I think they really don't have anything to improve. Plus, I'm not an expert. I just came to join the race. So
yeah.
yeah,
Okay. Let's talk to an area where I think you're most well known for. Recently, I had Kwame on my podcast that he was telling me
yeah.
you're among the pioneers of Afrobeat in China. And when I checked your channel, I saw you're doing some good work. Tell me about your musical journey, especially here in China, how it started.
Okay, so leaving Africa to China, I decided to stop doing music because most of the time we do music for fun in high school, in junior high school, right? So I had before coming to China, I released a gospel song because sometimes I just drop gospel songs but I'm more of a secular musician. So I dropped it and then I came to China. Then I met this guy, Sergio. Shout out Sergio. He's from Madagascar. So I met Sergio and then he took me to their community, right? And they love music. That free. He's a videographer, producer. He's also from Madagascar. Um, I don't even remember their names. Like it's been so long. So he took me to their community, and then like we were just randomly they were playing instrument, and then I started rapping. So Sergio was like, "Oh, you can rap? That's cool." So I just played my song, and then Dapper was like, "You know what? I'm gonna shoot you a music video." I was like, "Okay." Then people did music in China, but they were performing other people's songs, right? Dafro and the other Madagascans that I knew, they were like they wrote their own songs, but I don't know if they used to perform it or not. So they shot the video, I released it, and then boom, it just blew because I think it was something. I don't know if it was something new or whatever it is because I know the guys have been doing it, but then it just went viral. Everyone started talking about it. So I started performing for Chinese, performing at weddings, events, my old songs and stuff like that. So one time we used to have this club vibes. So they started organizing events, right? So they organized I think their first event was an award ceremony. So I got nominated for best music video. And then
Mm,
yeah. So during that event, I was still not planning on doing music. It was just for fun. So during that event, they told me to come and perform, right? And I was like, okay. So I was thinking of performing my old song, and then the organizers were like, no, go and perform Sarkodie's song. You're not better than Sarkodie. I was like, oh, really? So I just called a friend, Face. We used to be in the same high school, and V Man, he's from Zambia. Yeah, Vincent. So we went to the studio. No, they actually came to my room, right? I just went online, bought a beat, and then I sent it to them. I was like, Face, we used to do music back in high school, so you know what? Just hop on it. So they came to my dorm, and then we started vibing. And Vincent started rap with my eyes closed, flow so hard when and then I went like, that guy Ashema, ain't you know, iPhone. And then we were like, okay, cool. This is a dope hook. So we went to the studio that evening. We recorded, and then there's Das. Yes, he's the producer, also from Madagascar. He did it for us for free. So we recorded the song and then we dropped it a day before the event. So now they called us to come and perform. The event organizers, thank you, I'm going to perform Sarkodie's Adonai. You remember everybody saying hallelujah,
Mm.
hallelujah. Yeah, that's the song they wanted me to perform. Now we got on stage and then started, dun, 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 dun. And then funny enough, people started rapping along. People started singing along, and that was it. Like the rest has been history. So since then,
Wow.
we started like dropping music. We started dropping songs. So we actually dropped songs together for a while, and then we went our separate ways because we are all individual artists, right? But they became a group, and I went separate. So I dropped my first. I used to be a rapper, a hardcore rapper. So
Mm.
I got a manager, and then he was like, "Let's try something new, Elvis, classic." So he signed me to his record label, Classic Music. That was the first record label in China, to my knowledge, for foreigners. So he signed me, and then he was like, "Let's do something different." I was like, "Cool." So he sent me Afrobeat. Okay, before then it was even Azonto, right? So he sent me Afrobeat, and then I heard it. I've never done anything, you know, like that. And then I listened to it over and over and over and over again. And I started, I take the girl to the one corner. I tell her she be my one lover, but you say she get boy that oh me I know give. I just wanna give blah. And then like I wrote the hook together with Elvis, right? I wrote the verse. He wrote one verse for me actually. Uh, I wrote the second verse, and then I went to the studio that day. We were recorded. He went home. He mixed, he mastered everything, and then there was another event. So I didn't even drop the song. I just went to perform the song. And then the next minute, like after performing, I don't stay in the club. If anyone watching me knows that. I don't like partying. So after performing, I just leave. So I left, I came home, I came to sleep. I woke up in the morning and the song was all over WeChat. Like videos, people sending me videos. I was like, wow. So that was it. Like that was my major hit song. And then fast forward, um, I got some sabotages here and there because before it was just Wuhan, right? And then the
Mm.
gatekeepers of Wuhan, like the people that organize parties and stuff like that, they cut me off because they wanted me to keep performing for free, which
Mm.
I felt like, yeah, because I pay for studio session or my management pay for studio session, so I didn't see why I should keep performing for free, right? So they kind of cut me off. I wasn't getting shows, nothing. I won't lie, I became depressed at a point. Like I could write a song, even though I had the numbers. Like I could write a song, go to the studio, I couldn't record because I felt like okay, even after recording the song, you just people are just gonna stream. That's it. But I got the courage and then I recorded a song with Justin Crow. I read Malamaya, I read, and no, it was good. It was good. We dropped the music video, so that's when I had the morale back, right? So I was at home. I was watching Snapchat. Was it Snapchat? Yeah. And then I saw Bola G, my brother, like my homie. I saw Bola G. They were organizing an event with Blaze Q and them. He's also another musician. He left China. So I tested Bolaji. I was like, Bolaji, you know what? I want to come perform at the show. And he was like, yeah, 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 come, 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 come. Because the show was in the evening, right? So I just booked my train to Nanchan. I just left. I didn't even know what song I was going to perform. So I just got there and then he helped me choose some songs. I chose One Corner, I read, and then I just performed. And people loved it, funny enough. Even that performance got me a girlfriend. People loved it. So, like, on our way back, Balaji came back to me, came back with me to Wuhan, right? We didn't get a train, like a seat on the train. So we just sat on the floor and he was like, bro, I have this Afrobeat. I want you to listen to it and then tell me what you think. So he played it. And I was like, damn. And that was my major first Afrobeat song because one corner was more of like Azonto. And this was Afrobeat, Carrigo. So I heard the beats and then I just started reminiscing about this girl I was chasing. So I started, hello, what be your name? You the Rouge, sick of you the Blaze. Okay, Efremiti, I be Nana Khemitee, I be 5 feet tall, but Charlie, I know they be. I started like introducing myself to a woman, right? And then Balaji was like, okay, okay. And it started vibe to the river and the race DJ please will you turn me out? I wanna see you moving up your body, says the girl, can you turn me out? Shorty got the juice, got the sauce, and she did bring it up, she did carry go. So as soon as we got to Wuhan, we booked an appointment with Betio. Like he at a point he was my major producer. Like he's a brother. He's held me down on so many occasions. So he went to the studio, we recorded the song. I remember my big brother like helped me with my dynamics for the flow and everything. And then we recorded the song. Everyone loved the song in the studio. So we dropped the song. And then there is this guy from Ghana, George. He's back home now. So George made a video with the song. And then we just posted on our WeChat and boom, the song went viral. And this time around, it wasn't just Wuhan, across China. And like we blew up instantly. Everybody was talking about Nana Khemitee and Bolaji and Carrigo. So that's when I understood that they said you need just one good day to make it in life. There was just one song that changed our music career in China. So after
Mm.
we went viral, we used to have there was this app, I don't remember the name, but it was a music app, a Chinese music app. Is it Pyro? Pyro. So we started topping charts. Like we were number one, like almost every week. And then funny enough, these same gatekeepers didn't want to put us on any show. We're like, okay, cool. So Zach, he was the manager of A Plus then. He saw it was like, oh, why weren't you guys on the? Why didn't you guys perform for All White? At I think that time the name of the club was M2. I don't remember. And we're like, oh, they didn't invite us. Like, and it was like, you know what? I'm coming back to China next week. When I come back, I'm gonna organize a show for just the two of you guys. I thought he was
Mm-hmm.
joking, right? He came back to China. He called me. Was like, Nana, I'm in China, so come to my office. So we went to his office and was like, you know what? I want you guys to host this show. I don't know how many songs you guys can perform. Perform for us. I'm going to give you this amount of money. Da 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 da. Da. So just a couple of days, we advertised, and the club was packed. And then we performed. Like we did about 5 songs. Balaji did Balaji did 2 songs. I did 2 songs of mine, and then we did Carrigo together. And like it was amazing. The following week, he hosted us again. We did the same set of songs. The club was full. And then now people started booking us. Beijing, Shenyang, Jinzhou, Nanjing. Like we just started traveling across China, going from city to city, from whatever to whatever, from club to club. And that was it. So with music, I would say I am one of the people that started music in China. And I will also say I actually started performing my own songs in Wuhan. And then people started, keeping up. And then they start because I think before people had the talent, but they didn't have the courage to
Mm.
perform their own songs. Yeah.
Mm.
Because they weren't sure if people were gonna like it. But for me, I didn't care. I got invited to Chinese events, weddings, parties. I go there, I perform my song. They don't know, but I make sure I move the crowd. So yeah, that has been my music journey. And yeah, it's been amazing so far.
Wow, wow, wow. I feel inspired though. So let me ask. Right now I see that there are many musicians, I would say
Yeah.
artists right now in China or within us here. Um, Despite all that, why do you think Afrobeat has not taken like a step here in China yet? It's like a foothold yet.
Well, I think
Our
Afro.
local Afrobeat within us, the musicians who are producing it within China
Oh,
or even
okay.
those abroad, why hasn't it taken like a foothold yet?
Baby, I think is because many people haven't taken their music career as a business.
Mm,
They just do music for fun. And one thing I notice is if you're doing something for fun, people don't really take it as serious. You know,
mm,
why am I saying this? When we decided to move from performing for free to turning music into a business, whereby we have road manager, we have management. If you want to book us for a show, you don't text me, hey Khemitee, I want to book you for a show. You need to go through my manager. If we are coming for a show, you need to book our flights, our hotel. You need to send our money or send a deposit, book, make arrangement for our road manager as well. You see, we became professional, so people respected the craft. You understand? So they didn't see them as, oh, they're just doing it for fun. Because Bolaji and myself are the first people to organize a concert in China. We are the first people to launch our album in China. And there are people out there that will testify to that. Our first EP we did together, The Sunset, you can check it out.
mm.
After recording everything, we were like, you know what? Let's make a whole show out of this. We did it in 2 cities, and it was all massive. The turnout was great. I launched my first album in Wuhan, the same thing. We've had a couple of shows that has been great. So when you take whatever you're doing serious, if you become more professional, people will take you serious, right? Now, if I release a song and I release it for releasing sake, or because I just want to perform on stage, get some girls, get some alcohol, no one will take me serious. You get it? Yeah. It got to a point, I think after 2018, I stopped performing because people went back to, okay, if I can get him to perform for free, why should I come and pay to come and perform? So, yeah. So I told myself, okay, take them because you can let them come perform for you, but the quality won't be the same. And I started focusing on promoting my songs online. So I started cashing out on Apple Music, Spotify, and all these other platforms. Until today, I haven't released any song in 3 years. I still cash out from that because people still listen to my old songs. You get it? So, like, it's all up to you. How you take yourself is how people are going to take you. If you take yourself serious, they'll take you serious. If you don't take yourself serious, people will come to an event. You invite them. Sorry, they'll come and perform. People will just jump, just make you feel good. Probably because they are your friend or something like that. But after that, they don't even listen to your song. So, and
Mm.
I think sometimes too, people don't produce quality songs, right? I'm more about the sound. If it doesn't sound right, I don't release it. So sometimes people just drop any song. And then when you play it in the club, it's noisy, right? And something like that, no one is going to download it on their phone to listen to it on a regular. And also, if you don't produce evergreen song, people won't. Because yes, sometimes as musicians, we have good moments, we have bad moments. Sometimes we release songs that don't really go like that, right? But as a musician, if you have maybe 20 songs, 10 or 15 out of the 20 should be songs people love. It should be songs people enjoy. You get it? Up to now, I have Carry Go is one of my top songs that people stream. EBU, I have Abena, Sakotosa, Personal. You get it? Even personal Chinese people love it. I meet some Chinese people and they tell me, "Oh, you are from QQ. Yeah, I love your song, personal." So, like, if you need to produce the kind of song that even after a couple of years, people will still enjoy listening to. And why will people still enjoy listening to your song if the sound is good? It doesn't sound old to them. We still listen. We still listen to Chris Brown's old songs. We listen to Justin Bieber's old song. We listen to Asha, Busta Rhymes, Lil Wayne. All these, but we still listen to their song because it still sounds fresh because the sound quality is good. So I think people need to consider all these things before. Sometimes the content doesn't even have to be great, but if the sound sounds right, people will love it.
Wow, nice, nice. Is there this issue that also because many of them are students and they wouldn't want to maybe distract themselves, blah blah blah, stuff like that?
Well, we are all students, but then just do it right or go home. You know, because yeah, you. I think you can balance it. When I started doing music, I failed terribly. I failed most of my courses because I was traveling for shows. Sometimes, like, I would come back from a show and they've already started the exams. I'll go sit down, right, and I fail. You get it. But as time went by, I learned how to balance the two, and I still graduated on time. You get it. So you need to know how to balance the two. If you can't do it, then just focus on one. I know some people that there's this artist Matu. He left Wuhan. He's doing amazing right now. Like, he's signed to a Chinese record label, doing amazing. Like, doing beautiful songs. There's Yannick. Yannick doing amazing. You get it. So, and they were all students. They were doing music and going to school. You get it. So there used to be these Angolan guys. They were also doing music and going to school. Boyface was doing music and going. Justin True, the True is he's a doctor now. He was a medical student and still doing music, and he was doing amazing. You get it. So I don't think that's an issue. It's all about you. Like, do you really want to do it? You get it. Bolaji, one of the greatest musicians in China, he's a medical doctor. I know people like DJ Paragon and all these people. Paragon was a medical doctor when he was DJing. Like, he was in medical school. Now he's a medical doctor. He's still DJing. My manager was a medical student, but he was a producer and an artist manager. He was doing good. J Melt, engineering student, and he was producing great music. You get it? So I don't think that should be a reason for not investing in your career or, like, going all in for your career. If you really want to do it, you just have to do it.
Wow, wow. And that kind of brings me to my next question. What would be your advice to the upcoming artists here in China? Because I
Me
see
myself,
very many of them.
I'm upcoming. No,
Yeah, you're not upcoming. You're not upcoming. To them who are trying to find their
no.
feet also.
The reason why I call myself upcoming is because, yes, I still have the fan base. They listen to my music, right? But they are back home. Most of them are back home. So now Wuhan is, like, I think Wuhan has a lot of new students. Just a few, um, just a few are old. I'm pretty sure you didn't even know I I
No.
was old. Yes, because
Uh,
Kwame told me, like, the conversation you guys had, and it's like that with a lot of people. They think I'm new. You get it? So now, if I'm about to start music in China again, right? So now I need to start building a new fan base. You get it? Yeah. So the advice I'll give to all of us as upcoming artists is we need to stay consistent. You need to have a plan. You need to invest. It's very important. You need to invest in your music. You sometimes we should stop the free stuff. Pay so that the person producing for you can wholeheartedly, you know. I remember when we didn't have studio, we used to go to a Chinese studio because we wanted good quality, good sound quality. So they need to invest in their craft and don't just release the song and that's it. pay for people to promote it for you. You know, pay for promotion. If let's say we have people in China that have the numbers, pay for them to promote for you. On Twitter, pay for people to promote for you. Snapchat, pay all these influencers. And now we have TikTok, amazing place to get like the recognition you need. So I feel like people need to invest in their career and we need to take it serious. We shouldn't do music for the women. We shouldn't not for the women as in don't do music because you want to smash someone. Don't do music because you want to feel like a star, right? Do music because you love it. Do it because you have passion for it. You get it. And after the rest will follow. Because if you give it your all, the result is going to be great. And when the result is great, the women will love you. So instead of doing music to smash or to feel big or to feel bossy and all of that, just focus. Do it well, go all in, and later the rest will follow.
Nice, nice. I've loved that advice. So my final question to you today would be you started from China and you have
Yeah.
kind of created something from yourself. Um I've talked to other people also on this podcast who have also starting something from China. In your opinion, do you think China can be a place where African talent can be nurtured in the future?
Hmm. That's going to be hard, honestly, because
Why?
for me, my focus was build the fan base. No matter what, some people go home. When they go home, they won't forget about you. And I can show you my streaming platforms. I have people stream my songs from South Africa, Zimbabwe, places that I never imagined. And I have someone that he's always telling me, I'm always playing your songs to people. I'm always playing your songs to people. You get it? So, one advice I'll give to people is build the fan base here, right? Get the people here and take them home. Let them go
Mm,
home with you because there is one thing that I cannot show you in China. China is never promised. You can wake up tomorrow and they'll tell you, go home. So don't think you want to nurture your talent here. Build it in a way that you can take it back home. You get it. Build it in a way that you can take it back home. When I went home, I was home for 3 years. I built a couple of connects. I got introduced to some top producers. I met a couple of musicians. All because in China I was doing good and people saw it. You get it? So when I went home, oh, you're home. Yeah, I want you to meet this person. Oh, you're home. Yeah, I want you to meet this person. You get it? So that should be the focus. That should be the goal. Build here, connect it back home. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people will go back home. Look at me now. I don't even know a lot of people back in China now because almost everyone went back home. So and you cannot build your fan base in the Chinese community because they will love your song or whatever it is. They will use you when they need you, but after that they're just gonna drop you. But your people from home, if they accept you, they'll accept you forever. So make sure you build your fan base here, and take it back home. Whatever you do, connect it to back home or connect it to the outside world. But if you focus solely on China, trust me, at a point you'll regret it.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's take
Wow.
example, Yofi. I know you know Yofi Green.
Mm,
He's an amazing dancer. He's part of the pioneers of Afrobeat dance in China, right? He
mm.
built his fan base in China and took it home. And now he's a worldwide celeb. He travels to other countries to perform for them, to teach dance classes, teach them his choreography and all of that. You get it? So if he focused entirely on China and he went back home, yeah, because China is never promised. You can wake up tomorrow and they'll tell you to go home. So we need to see what others are doing and we learn from that. Wadamaya did the same thing. He started in China, he took it back home. Now he's known worldwide. You get it? That's what I think people need to do. That we all need to learn from that.
Indeed, 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 indeed. Wow, wow. Thank you, Mr. Nana Khemitee, for
You're
passing
welcome.
by. I
You're
really
welcome.
enjoyed this conversation, especially the last part. It has been so nice. I would like that advice.
Yeah, so I'll see
Uh,
you. I'll see you at the event.